In this video, I will show you how to design this flyer in CorelDraw. So if you're new, you know what to do. Please, that red button below, click on it and subscribe. All right, share this video. So over here, guys, these are all the images we'll be making use of. I'm going to put the link for you guys. So check the comment section. You will see a link. When you click on it, it will take you to where you're going to get all these files. All right, so without any further ado, let's jump straight to the video. Welcome to CorelDraw, guys. So the version of CorelDraw I'm using is 2024. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to change our paper size. All right, so for you to understand this video, please, you have to subscribe to understand. Thank you. Now we have bars in CorelDraw. We have bars in CorelDraw. So these are all bars. From here to here, they are all bars. These are all bars. These are all bars. And these are all bars. All right, so locate your property bar. This is your property bar. All right, from this to this is your property bar. So right about that, what we're going to do is we're going to change this to inches. Make sure this is at inches. Okay, so once you're done, come over to this and come over to your page dimension and change to 10 by 10 inches. So put 10 up, then another 10 down. All right, then press enter. Enter is the biggest key on your keyboard. So once you press it, this is what you're going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to double click on the rectangle. That box you're seeing over there is called the rectangle. If you like, don't understand, it's called the rectangle. So double click on it. Once you double click on it, you will see there's this this is 9 node over here. We'll call them node. This pom you're seeing here, it is called node. Don't be confused. All right, so now in CorelDraw you will see something like black here. Don't always leave that the way it is. Always remove it. All right, remove it. Then how are you going to remove it? Come over to this thumbnail over here. This thing, this, you can see a white thumbnail over here and a red line, like it has a red line on it. So right click on it with your mouse. Once you right click, it will go. You will see there's no black line over there now. So the reason why we're bringing out this rectangle is because everything you want to design has to be in this rectangle. It's not supposed to go off this rectangle. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to import those images I showed you guys earlier from the beginning of this video. So to import it, go to File, then go to Import. Shortcut is Ctrl+I. Ctrl+I. So now locate where that file is saved. You see, locate where you have it. Mine is located on download, and this is the folder. So what you're going to do is select everything apart from this text. This text you're seeing here is where all the fonts, the name, everything you're going to use is located. All right, so nothing much. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this background and I'm going to scale this up this way. As you can see, guys, what you're going to do now is right click and select power clip. You can see power clip there. Select it. Once you select, you will see this arrow. Don't tell me this video is too long because I want you guys to understand. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to point this arrow to where we want to power clip this background to. So we're going to power clip on this white background by left clicking this way. So you can see the reason why we brought the rectangle, so that everything we are designing will be on this shape. So right click and select edit power clip. Why are we editing power clip? Because we want to adjust this. All right, so for those of you who are always finding it difficult to get concepts, now after watching this video, before you start designing, go and make research. The research I'm telling you is go and look at other designs similar to what you want to design. Look at them, don't design the same thing, no, but get inspiration from it and design. All right, so right about that, I'm going to click on finish, and once I do that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the, let's bring this background. All right, let's bring this background, put it over here, scale it up this way. All right, I just love the lights. That's what made me got this background. So I'm going to right click, sorry, I'm going to select transparency 2. Look at your tools bar, you will see transparency 2. So I told you in CorelDraw, every tools here have its own bar. If you don't understand all these bars, you have not even started with CorelDraw. So to do that, to understand, go and watch my beginners class. I'm going to put the link somewhere over here for you guys. So come over to your merge mode, select overlay. You can see the lights. Now you can cut it using Ctrl+X, then right click on this and select edit power clip, then paste it in here. This is basically what you're going to have, guys. So click on finish. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this. I'm going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. All right, I'm going to just leave that to the middle, then I'm going to scale it up this way. If you want to scale, do not stretch with this, it will distort your image. So stretch with the one you're seeing over here, this place, just the 4 corners. Just use the 4 corners, guys, don't use the middle one. Now you can see this is not blended, it's very sharp. So to blend it to the background, come over to your transparency 2, then just drag this thing here. All right, so you have to take it gently so that you don't touch its C-spark. All right, so now you can see, just drag, and you can see it's blending to the background. So it's very easy to do, very easy. If it's not easy, that means you're not subscribed. So the next thing I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to love to drag this one up. Then I'm going to change it to black and white, or we call it grayscale. Then go to bitmap, select mode, select grayscale. Bitmap mode, select grayscale. Should I repeat it again before you understand? I'm here talking and people are not subscribing. If you like, subscribe, or if you like, don't subscribe. All right, so select grayscale. You can see Abby. Now go to effect. Well, I want to make this image pop. Already it's popped though. The image is popped, but go to effect, select adjust. In this version, you're not going to see brightness and contrast here. Don't be confused, but just go to brightness and contrast. But in my own case, I will use image adjustment lab. So this is image adjustment lab. So I'm going to just increase the contrast just a little bit, nothing serious. All right, then I'm going to click on OK, and this is what we're going to have. So the image is looking popped. All right, is popping. So guys, everything you're seeing here looks like images. So let me give you the gist. The gist is, I was looking for a font to get, so I'm just looking for something, a font to use. So I came across this font on Google. Or is it in Google or on Google? Even me. So I think that's why I got this image. So I found it so interesting to use. So let's try it out. And this is the logo. I designed this logo. So now what we're going to do is we're going to extract this logo. For this case, we cannot change the color, as you can see. All right. So no matter how much color you add here, it will not reflect here. So to make it reflect, what you're going to do is come over to bitmap, select mode, select grayscale, then click on OK. Do you understand? Then go to bitmap. Go to trace bitmap on your property bar, select outline trace, then select line arts. If you like, subscribe. If you like, don't subscribe. I'm watching you guys on Plasma TV. So you can see the before, you can see the after. Now this one is transparent. This is the before and this is the after. Click on OK. As simple as that. Drag this one out. Take it to its ancestors by deleting. That's what I mean by take it to its ancestors. For those of you who don't understand, this is Pidgin English, all right? So right about that, if you give it white color, it will reflect. If you give it any color of your choice, it will reflect. So I'm going to just bring this one here and make it a little bit small, and I'm going to place it here. Yes, for those of you who are asking which is the right place or position to place a logo, right there, you can place it anywhere. It can be at this place, it can be at this place, it can even be at this place. It depends on what you are designing and how you want it to look. Like I always tell you guys, design starts with you, not any other person. So now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy, scale it up this way. So I want this to be on top of it. So right about that, you can see we have watermarks here, but do not worry. Don't worry about it. You're not going to see it. All right. You're not going to see the watermark. All right. So what you're going to do is we're going to blend this to the background. Now I'm going to select my transparency tool, fade out this edge. All right. So once I fade out that edge, just a little bit, fade it out. Now select, go to bitmap and convert it to bitmap. The reason why I'm converting to bitmap is because if you don't convert to bitmap, for those following us for the first time, you will not be able to fade out the other parts you want to fade out. So you won't fade out multiple parts. So convert it to bitmap, convert to bitmap. Make sure your color mode is on RGB. Then your resolution, you can leave it to 300. Then you can click on OK. So right about that, now you can fade out this edge, as you can see. Now go to bitmap again, convert to bitmap to enable us fade out another part, which is gonna be this part. All right, so if you fade out this part, convert it to bitmap again, and once you're done, you can fade out this small part. Now let's change this to overlay. So you can see, guys, we can also change that to soft light. So I think soft light works for us. So let's try screen. Okay, we'll go with soft light. So right about that, this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to take this one up. I'm going to reduce this a bit. Then I'm going to take it up this way. All right, I'm going to scale it up a little bit. So once I do that, I'm going to basically right click and select power clip, place it into this frame, and this is what we are going to have. I'm going to leave that toward to that. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. I'm going to scale it up this way. So once I do that, I'm going to use my mirror tool on my property bar and mirror it to the left. This way, I'm going to bring this one because well, all I need is just this light, this guy, the three dotted lights. Then I'm going to select my transparency tool. I'm going to fade out this edge. Do the same thing we did earlier. So to enable my, let me just remove my status bar. All right, so that we have a full screen. So now I'm going to, once you bitmap it, select your transparency tool, fade out this edge. Now bitmap again to enable you fade out another part. All right, bitmap again. Now bitmap again to enable you fade out this edge. Now select your transparency to go to your mesh mode. Select let's try screen. Okay, we can go to, let's try soft lights. All right, so you can leave that to soft light, and we're going to take it up this way. Then we're going to right click, select power clip, place it into this frame. Now this is what you're going to have. So I'm going to bring in this light, this guy. Then we're going to do the same thing. Purposely is blending, learn how to blend backgrounds, all right? Don't go and jump pack backgrounds and be thinking you're designing. You have to select right and appropriate backgrounds for your design. All right, don't just carry any background and go and fit into any design. All right, it has to be fun, guys. That has to be fun. So once you fade it out, convert to bitmap. Can I zoom in? Convert to bitmap and fade out. Then let's change this to screen. You can see the light, guys. Let's try. Always, you can try different options, guys. So let's leave screen. Then I'm going to scale this up this way. bring it in here, bring it here, and leave that to that. I'm going to right click and select power clip, place it into this frame. Then we're going to leave that to that, but I'm going to basically scale this up this way. I'm going to basically scale it up this way. Then I'm going to just leave that to that. All right, let's try change this to grayscale. Let's see what we got. Okay, I think we're good with this. So I'm going to cut this guy, take it in here, just cut it and take it inside the clip, paste it. Then you can use Ctrl plus paste down to take it inside, so that some of the design, this light will reflect on the subject. All right, I believe you understand what I mean. So I want to select this light, scale it up. Who is this guy? Who's Who's here? Okay, the light. Yeah, I'm going to scale it up this way, bring it closer. All right, reduce the scale, then bring it here. Then I'm going to basically leave that to that. So guys, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in this. All right, so I'm going to bitmap it, convert it to bitmap, and your color model, make sure it's on RGB. Then your resolution at 300, then press enter key. So the next thing we're going to do is go to bitmap, select mode, select black and white. Then make sure your conversion method is on line art. Then select OK. All right. So the reason why we're doing this is because this image is very heavy. So I want to make it so easy to extract. All right. So convert it to bitmap again. Then what you're going to do is go to mode again, select black and white, then click on OK. Now the next thing you're going to do is go to trace bitmap, outline trace, line art, and wait for it to load. All right, so without doing all those stuff, it will actually take time to load. So as you can see here, we'll have the before and this is the after. So right about that, we're going to click on OK and then delete this one and send this to his ancestors. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is ungroup this, then delete the particles which you don't want. All right, so you're going to group everything, highlight everything, and select, go to your property bar and select world. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to give it a white color. Then I'm going to bring this one just right here, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on all right, just drag this one down here, drag this down a bit, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in our shadow tool and select this, then click and drag this way. Then you can basically increase the shadow. Then what you're going to do is hold Ctrl plus K to break the text and the shadow apart, then drag this down a little bit, and this is what you are going to have. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. All right, I'm going to scale it up this way. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my mirror tool and mirror it this way. Then I'm going to go to effect, select blur, then select Gaussian blur. All right, so I'm going to reduce this way, and you can use 12.7 pixels. Then you're going to click on OK. Then you're going to right click and select power clip, then place it into this frame, and right click again, select edit power clip. Then you're going to just drag this one up this way. All right, so this is basically what you're going to have. So we're going to click on finish and leave that to that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to import all our text. I'm going to just drag this over here. So these are the names of the fonts we're going to make use of. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my text tool. Then I'm going to click over here and use Ctrl C to copy, then Ctrl V to paste it here, then give it a white color. So we're going to drag this here, and basically I want to reduce this this guy. So reduce that this way, and that is what you're gonna have. So basically, let's take it behind fill this way. All right, so this is what you're gonna have. So I'm gonna click on finish, and the next thing I'm gonna do is, since we have Cairo key here, so I'm gonna just delete this one and cut this, paste it here. All right, so I'm gonna just paste this one here, and the font I'll be making use of this is called, so come over to your text tool and check the name of the font. I think is this, I think is this guy. So let me try. Okay, it's not. So I think it's called this. Nope. So this is the name. So this is the font, guys. I'm going to scale this up this way and bring this one in here. Then I'm going to give it this orange color. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is, as you can see, this is a very tiny font. So what you're going to do is come over to your color terminal over here, double click on it, and what you're going to do is increase this. Oh, sorry, this is not the one you're going to use. So you're going to include a stroke to it. What I mean by stroke is an outline to make it thicker. So increase, then come over to this and double click. Then you can increase the weight by maybe 1.5 and click on OK. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. This is what you're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is leave that to that. So basically the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drag this one up this way. All right, so we're going to drag this one up this way, and we're going to leave that to that. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this text. All right, so I'm going to paste this one just right here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break this text apart. I'm going to cut this one, paste it here. Then the font I'll be making use of this is called let me see, the Jacqueline. Nope. So the font will be this. All right, so it's called Autograf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a yellow color. Then I'm going to leave this one to white, but the font I'll be making use of this is this one. All right, so this is the name of the font, Angryblue. So I'm going to just place this one here, then I'm going to reduce this, bring this one here, then basically I'm going to scale this up a little bit. So this is basically what we are going to have. So I'm going to take this one up, take this one up, reduce this, bring this one here, and this is what you are going to have, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. I'm going to cut this, paste it over here. So I'm going to bring this one down here, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break this apart using Ctrl+K on my keyboard. I'm going to bring this one here. All right, so the font I'll be making use of this is called Campton Book. All right, so I'm going to use Campton Book for this. I'm going to bold it, and I'm going to reduce this way. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my my freehand to draw a line just over here, then give it a white stroke, bring another one down here, and this is basically what you're going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this. All right, so let's cut this one, paste it over here, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just break this way. All right, so just add some spacing to it. So I'm going to bring this one here, put my cursor here, and leave that to that. So we're going to use icons to, you know, represent all of this. So I'm going to use Campton Book for the font. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bold it, reduce it a little bit. All right, then I'm going to just place that just right here, and I'm going to make this align properly, and this is what we are going to have, guys. So make sure this is aligned properly, and that is it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this. I'm going to cut this guy, paste it over here. All right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically change this to Campton Book. All right, then I'm going to reduce the font, Then I'm going to make sure this is on capital letter as well. Then I'm going to reduce this font this way. Then what I'm going to do is I want to give a spacing to this, but I'm going to use an icon for that, and that is what you are going to have, guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy. So let me delete this, it's not needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this guy over here, DJ Kelly. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically break this one apart. And the font I'll be making use of this is called okay, let me see this font, guys. Let me see this font. All right, so I'm going to make use of this font by breaking this apart, then scale this up this way. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to capital letter. Then I'm going to leave this to this. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce this one. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to come over to this, and I'm going to type over here. We have eat, we have drink, we have party. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it just right here. Then I'm going to come over to this and drag this one down a little bit. Now this is what you are going to have. So I'm going to basically reduce this way and leave that to that. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to bring in this guy, put the time here, and font I'll be making use of this is called Agency. All right, so I'm going to bold it. Then I'm going to double click on it and select highlight everything, then select Shift F3 on your keyboard, then basically select uppercase and scale this up this way and make sure it is aligned with this. Now the next thing you're going to do is basically drag this one and put the dates over here. You can use 24th. All right, so what I'm going to do is once you do that, you can bring this one up, bring this one down, then use February. Then you can basically reduce this way. All right, so once you reduce it, this is what you are going to have, guys. So make sure this is aligned to this one and basically leave that to that, but this is basically small, so I'm going to scale this one up a little bit more and do the same to this. Then make sure these are all what they are all aligned together. All right, so this is what you're going to have, guys. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these icons and represent them properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this, then bring this one and go to bitmap, select mode, select black and white, then select OK, then go to trace bitmap, outline trace line art, and wait for that to load. Then I'm going to click on OK. Now what you're going to do is you're going to drag this out, delete this one, then delete the ones you don't want. Then what you're going to do is drag this one over here also. Now select bitmap, select mode, select black and white, then select OK, go to trace bitmap, outline trace line art, and wait for that to load. Now click on OK. Now you can drag this one out, delete this, delete this, delete this, and delete this one. So now what you're going to do is you're going to give this a white color. Now you can reduce this, bring it just to this spot, and reduce this way, then reduce this one and bring this one over here. Now this is what you're going to have, guys. This is what you are going to have. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in these guys. All right, then I'm going to go to bitmap, select black and white, then click on OK, go to trace bitmap, outline trace line art, then wait for that to load. Just the same thing as we did earlier, guys. So this is what you're going to have. Delete this one. So let me extract all these ones before we can represent everything. Just the same process. All right, the same process. So just to enable us change the colors, and this is it guys, this is it. So bitmap, black and white, line arts, all right, and that is it. So in this case guys, if this is not coming up, all you need to do is bitmap it, then go back again and try again. All right, so just the same process in case all the details are not coming up. So all you need to do is just bitmap it, and now delete the ones you don't want to see. All right, just like the white ones, you can delete everything here, and that is it guys. So now I'm going to do the same to this, convert it to bitmap first of all. Now go to mode, select black and white, then trace bitmap, outline trace, line art, and wait for that to load. Now click on OK and remove this. So basically this is where all the works are. All right, so basically what you're going to do is just select the icons and bring them over here, then give it the white color. Now what you're going to do is for this pump price, you're going to represent it with this. All right, represent it with this. You can actually use something else to demarcate it, but I think I prefer using icons to do that. So this one is for grill. All right, so you're going to bring this one here. So this is what you're going to have guys. Now what you're going to do is you're going to bring in this one. This will be for bar, wine bar. So let me see what we got here. That will be for wine bar, and this will be for sports bar. All right, so I'm going to basically increase this, then bring this one here, reduce it. All right, then bring this one just right here, and I think we're good with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight everything, then make sure this is aligned together, and this is how we designed this flyer in CorelDraw. If you have any question guys, please drop me a comment in the comment section below and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you guys in my next video.